What if real prayer starts with a sigh, not with fast words or quick promises, but with slow, quiet air filling your chest like a sacred space? How often have you prayed but felt nothing, like your words were lost? Maybe the problem isn't faith, but breath. Before Jesus spoke to the Father, he didn't rush. He paused. He took a breath. He stepped into stillness like entering a holy place. And there, between earth and heaven, real prayer began. We live surrounded by noise, hurry, pressure to do more. People pray like they run, fast, on autopilot, hoping for a miracle while drowning in stress. But Jesus did the opposite. He pulled away. He got quiet. He breathed like someone calling on something unseen. He knew, and old writings back this up, that there is a holy breath, a secret hidden in lost pages and whispered teachings. This breath isn't new. It's in the Bible, in the ways of the Essenes, in ancient scrolls few have read. Forgotten, but still here. In this video, we'll uncover that breath, the way Jesus used before he prayed. You'll learn how to quiet your inner world, how to bring your body and soul into balance with just one breath, and how to turn prayer into something real and full of presence. We'll explore mindful prayer, sacred breathing, and the lost ways of the man from Nazareth. If something inside you knows that prayer should be more than words, then this video is for you. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because today, we breathe like he breathed, and pray like he prayed. Jesus didn't pray in the middle of noise. He stepped away. He climbed hills, wandered into the desert, sat under trees, places where the only sound was the wind. Because before he spoke to heaven, he needed silence. That's where the soul speaks best. Silence wasn't empty, it was full. A quiet fullness that began with air moving in and out of the body. Many people think prayer is talking non-stop. But Jesus showed us something else. His way teaches that the first step isn't to talk, it's to breathe. And to breathe well, you need quiet, not just around you, but inside. You have to quiet the mind, turn down the inner noise, like turning off a loud radio so you can hear what truly matters. That quiet opens the way for a deep breath, and that breath connects you to spirit. Air isn't just air, it's the unseen link between you and the divine. Every inhale is like trust. Every exhale, like letting go. In this flow of breath, a bridge is formed. The soul rises, and the divine comes close. That's why Jesus didn't start with words, he started with breath. He knew the body also prays. And breath is its first language. Nazareth, where he grew up, was full of peaceful places, quiet paths, open fields, still hills, where you could hear your own heartbeat and where silence spoke louder than words. There, Jesus tuned into the sound of heaven through his breath. That breath gave him strength for anything. Healing, teaching, or facing trials. You can't learn this breathing from books, it's found in silence. It's a deep memory inside each of us. A lost practice that asks for no effort, just presence. Like hearing the ocean from inside your chest. Jesus didn't explain it in lessons, he lived it. He pulled away to meet with the Father, but first, he stayed with his breath. Today, people try to pray in the middle of noise, screens, and rush, but doing that is like trying to light a candle in a storm. Jesus showed that the soul needs space to burn bright. So if you want to pray like him, first find your inner Nazareth. That's the space without distractions, where breath flows easy and the spirit can rest. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly listened to your breath in silence? Not just as something your body does, but as a sacred language of the soul. Next, we'll show how Jesus turned that breath into light within him. His connection with the Father wasn't random. Every time he stepped away, he wasn't just looking for quiet, he was building inner peace. And that peace started with his breath. He inhaled slowly and deeply through his nose. It wasn't just air, it was focus. It was alignment. His body relaxed. His soul found balance. His spirit rose. That's how he got his body ready, his living temple, before talking to God. Most people don't realize the body has its own way of praying, not with words, but with feelings, movements, and quiet signals. When you breathe deeply, you're telling your whole self, I'm ready. And your whole system lines up. The blood flows smoother. Your mind feels clearer. Emotions settle. For Jesus, breath was the doorway. Breathing came before praying, it was the moment between action and stillness. Breathing with awareness isn't just a method, it's a way of letting go. When you breathe in fully and breathe out with meaning, you stop trying to control. You open up. And in that opening, God enters. This isn't just a nice thought. Science shows that slow breathing calms your nerves, lowers stress, and balances your heart. But Jesus didn't need research, he lived it. The pineal gland, often called the inner eye, is also awakened with this kind of breathing. You don't have to call it mystical, just know that silence, nose breathing, and fresh air help you see within. Not with your eyes, but with a calm heart. Jesus saw deeper because he breathed from deep within. And you can too. Every full breath is like lighting a light in a dark room. It reminds you that your body is a temple, and before you ask, you must open. Before you speak, you must listen. And breath is the oldest way of listening. If you start using this in daily life, you'll notice how it changes how you pray, and how you live. It's not magic. It's real, grounded presence. Watch this video to the end, then take a look. Jesus didn't just repeat the Our Father like a script. Every word had weight, had rhythm, had power. His prayer was slow, like each line was a breath from the soul. It wasn't just saying the words, it was breathing with purpose. Each line was spoken with breath, like the breath gave it life. That made the prayer real. The secret wasn't only in the words, but in the way he spoke them. Picture this, Our Father who art in heaven, you breathe in deeply. Hallowed be thy name, you breathe out slowly. Each part of the prayer becomes one full breath. You breathe in connection, you breathe out release. This calms your body, clears your thoughts, and brings your energy into peace. It's more than prayer, it's balance. It's like your whole self says, Amen, with each breath. And science supports this. Breathing in rhythm helps your heart, your brain, and your emotions. But Jesus didn't need proof. He felt it. His breath helped him connect, not just with God, but with himself. When your breath has rhythm, your life has rhythm. When your prayer follows that rhythm, it becomes alive. You can try this. Say each line of the Our Father with a slow breath. Don't rush. Don't try to finish. Feel each word in your body. Let each line bring you closer to heaven. When your breath joins the words join your breath. This kind of prayer is not common, it's close, it's real. It makes simple moments holy. And the best part? You don't need anything but your breath and your presence. In the next part, we'll look at how prayer can be felt in the body like a soft flame burning in the heart. Prayer isn't only a thought, it's also something you feel. Jesus didn't split body and spirit, he brought them together in every breath, every move. And at the center of this was his heart. Breathing with a heart that's awake isn't just a nice image, it's something you can feel. It's like each beat of your heart joins in your prayer. Your pulse agrees with every word you say to God. When your heart joins your breath, everything falls into place. There's a simple but strong practice, spiritual heart coherence. You breathe in for 5 seconds, breathe out for 5. Doing this puts your whole body in balance. It's like your body says, I'm here. I'm ready. This isn't something new. It's old. Many traditions used it, but Jesus lived it. It was just part of how he showed up. When you breathe into your chest with full focus, something shifts. It's not just your thoughts that calm down, your whole soul settles. Picture a soft golden light glowing in your chest. With each breath in, it grows. With each breath out, it glows stronger. That light isn't just a symbol, it stands for your energy, your purpose, your spirit on fire. It's the flame of your inner altar where prayer comes to life. Doing this can change how you pray. It's no longer about asking, it's about being. You stop speaking from the head, you speak from your center. And that center is your heart. When you pray from the heart, your body becomes a holy space. You're not talking to a God far away, you're speaking from the inside, like someone speaking to the one who already lives within. Many look for signs outside, but the deepest sign is the one that lights up inside. Your breath leads you there. Your heart holds it. Your prayer shows it. This practice doesn't take much time, just full attention. You can do it in the morning, before bed, or whenever you need to remember who you are and where you come from. And when life feels heavy or dark, breathe into your heart. Light that flame again. Remember, you're not alone. Every honest prayer made with both body and soul reaches heaven. In the next part, we'll go back to the beginning, to the first breath that gave life to us and still gives power to our prayer. Before there were prayers, there was breath. In Genesis, it says God formed man from the dust and breathed life into him. It wasn't words or a touch, it was breath. That breath wasn't just air, it was spirit. It was God entering the human body. The soul didn't appear by magic, it came with breath. And from that moment, everything that breathes holds something of the divine. The Hebrew word for spirit is ruach, meaning wind, breath, moving air. In Greek, it's pneuma. Both point to the same thing, an invisible force that gives life. Jesus knew this truth. That's why when he breathed on his followers, it wasn't just a sign. He was giving them spirit, power, life. The breath wasn't just a tool, it was the blessing itself. Today, we often forget this. We breathe out of habit, without thinking, like air means nothing. But really, it's a doorway. Each deep breath reconnects you to the source. You're not just filling your lungs, you're remembering that God still breathes life into you. Every time you breathe with focus, you're getting closer to Him. No fancy words, no hard work, just presence. Jesus knew air has power. It holds meaning, energy, spirit. That's why he always breathed before he prayed. It wasn't just a warm-up, it was part of the prayer, the stillness, the breath, the flow. It was part of meeting the Father. And if we follow him, we can also wake up that same forgotten power. We can make the breath sacred again. Science today is starting to understand what spiritual people already knew: deep breathing helps your body, calms your nerves, lowers stress, and sharpens focus. But more than that, it brings a quiet connection that only comes when you breathe with your heart. You can't explain that connection, you can only feel it. So next time you breathe in, do it like you're receiving something holy. And when you breathe out, feel like you're letting go of everything you no longer need. That simple flow, in and out, is the same energy that moves stars and hearts. Don't take it lightly. Maybe the Holy Spirit still breathes, but now it breathes inside you. That's why prayer doesn't start when you speak. It starts when you breathe. Air is the first and oldest prayer, a prayer without words, but full of presence. And from that quiet place, we reach the end of this journey, where the temple isn't somewhere in the sky, but right in your chest. Jesus breathed before praying because he knew something many have forgotten: that breath is the key to the temple within. Before asking, he centered himself. Before speaking, he connected with heaven. It wasn't a method, it was love. It was surrender. You can return to that same place. Breathe with attention. Pray with your whole self, body, mind, and spirit. Because this isn't just about faith, it's about presence. Try it. Let your next prayer begin with a deep breath. Listen to the quiet between your words. See if you can feel God there. Breathe the way Jesus did, and let your heart come alive. Have you ever felt God in the air between your words? Tell me in the comments. If this message spoke to you, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it too. Stay until the end and watch the next video, it opens another powerful door.